Joining me now is someone very familiar with this case, South Carolina attorney Eric Bland. Eric, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
My first question out of the gate for you, sir. We're now in day 2 of jury selection. I know that you, on the ground there, you have talked to potential jurors who are scared. This trial is happening in Murdaugh family backyard. What are they telling you?
Well, I mean, this is a cemented dynasty that has, ruled over these counties in the solicitor's office and then in the civil practice of law through their law firm. And, they're being asked if they're picked on this jury to sit in judgment of not only Alex, but really the fall of the family. And do they want to be responsible for that? And as you said, or the previous participant said, that Alex acknowledged some of the juror members today and they said good morning back. And so it's not going to be easy to, take down the citadel, as they say. There are some jurors, I guess, that want to get on this jury, but there were, for every 10 jurors, 8 or 9 were coming up with reasons not to get off this jury.
Yeah.
I think he's at a jury of his peers. I think the racial composition ultimately of the jury may turn out to be very close to what it is in this county. But we should not kid ourselves. The Murdaugh name is cemented throughout 100 years here in this community, and he will be given every benefit of the doubt. This is a circumstantial evidence case, and as a jury should, they should demand good proof that Alex committed these heinous crimes. And the judge today was not going to give an advance ruling to the prosecution that they could get really knee-deep into the motive in trying to say that Alex's financial crimes that he's been charged with were the reason for his murders. The judge said he's going to wait and see the witnesses come on the stand and the evidence presented. So that's going to limit the prosecution and what they could say in their opening statement as motive. Second, there was the testimony about the blood spatter, which we have been told is one of the key components to prove the murders. They have also, the prosecution, instead of dealing with that motion to exclude, it said, well, we'll deal with that somewhere in the middle of the trial. So he's not going to talk about blood spatter in his opening statement. So usually an opening statement is full of fire. And so we're going to have to see what is that evidence that the prosecution is going to talk about in their opening statement.
And Eric, I know you've been in that courtroom every day. How do you see this playing out in the end for Alec? I mean, does he get a guilty verdict? Is it a hung jury? What happens here?
Well, certainly I'm not there yet. I'm not in the jury room. But, we're talking about convicting somebody of murder. There's no question he's a despicable human being. He's a disgrace to the bar. He's a disgrace to our state. I don't want him to be convicted of murder simply because he committed a whole slew of financial crimes. If he's to be convicted of murder, I want him to be convicted with righteous evidence. So right now, I would say I don't see a cross-the-board guilty verdict with what I'm hearing. Now, of course, the state could have a lot of things that have not been disclosed or talked about. But again, until I see this jury, we're not going to know that. But, the scuttlebutt here throughout the town is it sure smells like a hung jury.
Yeah. Well, Eric Bland, we will be checking back in with you. That is for sure. Thank you for your time this afternoon.
I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.